Oh, oh.
Yeah. That's the point, because you were going like, oh. Oh.
Oop. It has 2 clutches actually, so that wasn't. That's it. Oh, lesson over. What the hell? As per my last video, I'm finally here at Josh TCL Performance, getting my front passenger strut replaced because a pothole bent it. But as you can tell from the title of this video, that's not what this is about. It's kind of embarrassing to admit, actually. I do have a story to kind of preface and maybe justify it. So I got my license at 18. I know most people around the US get it at 16, but I'm in New York City. We don't need a car. I got it at 18 and I was finally able to drive my family car. Toyota Sienna, torque converter, automatic. But after a couple of years, I was finally ready to get my own car. And of course, the first option, WRX. Vape friendly, mod friendly. And at that time in 2016, they only came in a manual. So I was like, of course, I'm gonna get a manual. I watch all the Fast and Furious movies because it looks so fun and so exciting when the fate of the world is in their hands and they're shifting through 10 gears. And I watched a million YouTube videos on how to drive stick and I was like, this is easy, anybody could do it. So I dragged my parents to a Subaru dealership and I was like, hey, I see you got this one on your lot. I'm interested, can I get it for a test drive? And I stalled. I stalled again and again. So I got it around the parking lot of the Subaru dealership. I never made it out of the dealership. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just not used to driving stick. You know, I haven't driven stick in a long time. Just give me a car, I'll come back next week and we can talk about a deal. A week or 2 later, I went to Volkswagen and I got a GTI in automatic DSG. So I got my GTI and then through the GTI, I actually met a couple of people and I was lucky enough to meet Philo, who introduced me to like the whole Facebook group and kind of taught me about a lot about my GTI actually. And he had a manual 2015 GTI and then I was like, hey, any chance you could teach me how to drive stick in it? I basically was able to get it going and someone knew how to drive stick, but that was only for a weekend. So since 2018, 2017, I never had an opportunity to drive another stick car, so it's not like I could have practiced. So I just assumed I forgot everything. And now one of my buddies actually got the new 2023 WRX. So like, hey, after your break-in period, any chance you could teach him how to drive stick? No pressure, because I don't want him to think like I'm gonna ruin his clutch. This isn't the first lesson. We were actually here at this exact same spot last week and he was teaching me and I actually got it going. But the thing was my starts from stop were not great. I still stalled a good amount of times. Still not very comfortable. I'm like, hey, can I get one more lesson this week? And I think after this, I'm good. Because I was on YouTube watching a million videos on how to drive a clutch. And this time I actually have real world experience that I'm like, I know what they're talking about when they're talking about the bite point, how it feels. So I'm like, yo, I think this is all finding clicking in my head. I even wore my driving shoes today. Hold up. Jamie Orrs. Oh, no. The Harlequin Jamie Orrs. Raw, uncut footage. This is actually the first time doing it with all this new knowledge. Brake. First gear. Feeling kind of pressured. Is that first? I haven't hit the bite point yet. Oh, I started in gear. This is not how I envisioned the video to go.
Stop worrying about the technical. You just gotta just feel it. There you go, more.
Easy, bro. What? Clutch is out. First gear. Watch this. We didn't even jerk. That was smooth.
Nice.
That was smooth. It also throws me off because your car is so loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, the WRX is so loud, even stock. In my head, I'm thinking like I'm over revving it because it sounds so loud. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like just feel for the movement rather than like what you're hearing. Like, well, hearing is important, but there you go. Yeah, see.
Clutch is out. I'm good. Oh.
No.
Ooh, that was a stall.
Yeah, I think you look at the RPM too much.
Yeah, the feel. No RPM.
Never look. Yeah, so you get the movement. Yeah. A little jittery.
Jittery, almost stalled there. Clutch is out. First. Boom. Second. Boom. If this is perfect, we're gonna rev match. I'm gonna set up some cones. Exactly in the middle. I'm gonna do donuts around you like in Tokyo Drift. Maybe I can hit third if I start all the way in the back.
Is it the red frame now? They do that?
Oh.
Clutch in.
That's a clutch in.
What the fuck is
I forgot to clutch in. Is that on camera?
Yeah. You fuck.
Do you ever let out the clutch in reverse? Like you ever like fully let off?
No.
Or something like
really.
this?
Not really. Because usually with reverse, you're like, oh.
I didn't know you could stall in reverse. I thought you said you can't.
No one ever said that. What the fuck? Jeez, looking rough.
No, yeah, I thought I was. Now I'm psyched that threw me off. Confidence.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, nice.
Oh shit. Okay. think I got it. I mean, I will admit it wasn't perfect and I got ahead of myself and I wasn't paying attention and I stalled. There was one thing that made it better this time than last, because learning to drive manual, right? You hear all these negative terms that are always thrown around. Don't grind the gears, don't ride the clutch, it's gonna wear it out prematurely, and all these other like negative things that you're supposed to completely avoid. And in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I should, you know, not do these things, especially if I'm trying to learn to drive stick in, you know, obviously someone else's car. So in the back of my head, I'm always like, oh shit, I should not do this, do that, and I'm thinking of that instead of 100% focusing on driving stick. But for the last week, after watching a million videos on how to drive stick and what actually riding the clutch is, I learned that what I was doing wasn't riding the clutch at all. And knowing that, everything clicked for me. And hopefully if you're someone that's learning to drive stick, maybe this explanation will be the thing that helps everything click for you too, as it did for me. There's probably thousands of way better videos and more technical videos explaining this, but this is my understanding of it in its simplest form, in its simplest terms. And if it's wrong, feel free to let me know in the comments and correct me. So this is the clutch, this is the engine, and what actually is supposed to happen when you push in the clutch and have it engages, it's supposed to meet up and then like they rotate together, and that's what causes the wheels to move, the cars to drive. But what actually causes premature wear and tear and ruins your clutch faster than it's supposed to be is when it's not moving but your engine is. When your clutch is not moving, right, but your engine is still spinning and they meet up and it keeps, you know, rotating, rubbing on each other like that, that rubbing causes friction and generates excess heat, and that's what wears out the clutch faster than it should be, and that is, I guess the term is riding the clutch. But normal clutch use is that your clutch is supposed to slip. This is rotating faster than the clutch, right? But when they meet, it kind of slips and then they eventually get together, and that's normal clutch use. So this whole time I thought, again, if I have my foot at the bite point as I'm rolling, that's considered riding the clutch, and then I have to let off right away, give it gas, and a perfect 1-2 motion to go. But that's not riding the clutch. What you're actually supposed to do is when you give it gas and you're starting from a stop, you have it out at the bite points, you're supposed to hold it for an extra like 3 to 4 seconds, and then when it goes faster, then you can give it more gas and let out the clutch smoothly. So understanding that, that's what really clicked for me. I'm like, oh, I actually am supposed to hold it at the bite point. I don't have to like let off right away. It's not like a perfect 1-2 motion. Yes, I know there are a lot of other stuff that I have to learn. The only thing I know is starting, stopping, and putting it into reverse. There's a million other techniques and stuff I got to learn, like rev match, downshift, heel toe, but I think this is a great start. I'm confident, I'm happy about it. Anyone with a Subaru know how to turn that seatbelt beep off. I'm all for safety, but it gets louder. All for safety, but up to a certain point. We're hitting Toyota. Tell them to bring out the Corolla. Tell them to bring out the whole Supra.
Tell them to bring out the lobster. Shrimp, what?
Shrimp shimai.
Have you ever played rugby? Tell them to bring out the king crab.
So now that I know how to drive it, my review of this.
Oh, now you know.
Now that my review of this car is kind of whack.
Yeah. Okay.